Ahava and blessings to all of you. In this video, I would like to talk about the name Mariam. And as we are looking at the meaning and activations of this name, Mariam, of course, for the purpose of understanding Mary Magdalene, also Mother Mary, I'm focusing this video on Mary Magdalene and the name Mariam. And so Mariam actually means the container that holds the infinite light. The container that holds the infinite light. And if we think of the idea of container, we can actually go into Hebrew mysticism, nowadays known as Kabbalah, but Kabbalah is a word that was birthed in the 12th century, 13th century, by the Spanish Kabbalists in Spain. Before that, it was just called Hebrew mysticism. And they speak about the vessel that holds the light, right? The vessel that holds the infinite light of creation. Well, Mariam is very similar to that, because if we go into the teachings of Hebrew mysticism, the vessel is feminine, the light is masculine. And in the Gospels, we can see that the disciples and apostles called Yeshua Maria. And so Maria and Mariam, these are two very sacred words. Maria is the light and Mariam is the container that holds the light. And so here we're dealing with two very mystical aspects and teachings of Hebrew mysticism, which is the vessel and the light, Mariam and Maria. And so when we look at the name Mariam, we have the word starting with the mem and ending with the mem. And the mem is the Aramaic Hebrew letter that is connected to the water element, the lower waters of creation and the higher waters of creation. And also mem is connected to cleansing and a rejuvenation and the upgrade of our DNA, of our cells and our blood. It is connected to the number 40. It holds the gematria of 40. And so when we think of the 40 days in the desert, and also in many traditions, in the Hebrew mystical tradition, in the tantric tradition, and the yogic tradition, when we do a meditation for 40 days, we're actually reprogramming ourselves. And so this is a very, very powerful letter that deals with the water and creation of water and the uniting of the lower waters of creation, the nukva, with the higher waters of creation, which is actually part of what we are here to do as souls that are evolving, ascending and purifying. And then if we look at the other letters of the name, we've got a Reish and we've got a Yod. Now Reish is a very beautiful Aramaic and Hebrew letter that is all about discernment, of understanding how to choose between right and wrong, between creation and destruction. So it actually is a letter that teaches us the path of knowing which way or which journey we should be going on, right? And so it is about understanding, where can I reveal more light? And within her name, this is a very, very powerful teaching. And we can ask ourselves, when we need to make a decision in our life, where is it, in what path am I going to reveal more light? And this is basic in the name of Mariam. So she's actually teaching us where we can reveal more light in our life. We need to understand that Aramaic and Hebrew letters and names are not random. Each letter represents a very, very powerful energy. And now let's go with the Yud. The Yod is the Aramaic Hebrew letter that is the seed of creation. It is the tiniest letter, but has the most potential of all of them. It is a seed that we hold. It is a seed of light that we hold, the seed of creation that is within us as well. So the name is reminding us, wait a minute, you contain the infinite seed of creation. You are infinite, right? You will find your freedom in your infinity. And how can we find freedom in our infinity? Because we are finite, the body, but the soul is infinite. And when we know this, we can tap into our own infinity and bring down all of the longings of the soul. And when I say longing, I'm not talking about an egoic desire. I'm talking about a deep longing, right? Longing in the term and in the sense and definition within mysticism, which is that which I know completes me. That which I know completes me, right? And so we bring down the desires within the teachings of the mystical longing of knowing what is coming together. And so one of the things that we understand here is that when we go into the name Mariam, we are receiving pure activations. And so thank you for listening to this video. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Ahava.